All right, Tristan, tell us a bit about just yourself and your team. And how long you've sort of been working with Action Steel. Give us a bit of a history story.
Yep. My name's Tristan. I run TE contracting and I work for Action Steel, subcontractor. Currently just got one worker with me. Been going for roughly 7-8 years now. Started off with some old machines and an old truck and by myself and worked my way up, so it's going well.
That's very good. What do you enjoy most about putting up sheds for Action? What did you say there?
Oh, there's lots of reasons. Sheds, first off, you get to go around the countryside, get to meet some great people, the farmers. Putting up Action, there's barely any issues with Action as far as any of the sheds. They're fairly straightforward. The way that I explain it best to people, I've had a few jobs before, you're always looking at your phone to see what the time is. Putting sheds up for Action, you don't look at the time, the next minute the sun's going down, you're like, oh, there's a 12-hour day gone. And it's just, you get to see what you've done in the day, so no, I enjoy working, it's
Excellent.
Good.
And so just on sort of that point, how often do you think you'd have to fix something on site?
Oh, it's very rare we have to fix much on site. If we do have to fix something on site, it's sorted out pretty, I'd say a couple of days maximum. Depends on where you're working as well. That's about it.
No, oh cool. And so, occasionally you may have an issue or question about a job when you're on site. So as you just said, I suppose, but how quickly do things generally get sorted out?
Yeah, no, they get sorted out straight away pretty much. Between all the guys in Action there on the computers, and they've got all the details and everything you need there. So you get an answer within a couple of minutes usually.
Only a phone call away, I suppose.
That's right, yeah, yep.
And so, on the communication side, around current and upcoming project schedules, how do they handle that? How do you benefit from that?
Yeah, no, they're great. They try to keep you in the one area for as long as possible to save you travelling around the countryside and clicking up the kilometres. They send you out a schedule nearly every month of what you've got coming up, what sizes, where they are location-wise. So you get a good heads up of where you're going and what you're doing.
Excellent. If you were to give someone, a comment about considering working for Action, what would you say? Any sort of, one piece of advice you might say?
Look, everyone starts somewhere. I started with old stuff and worked my way up. They're a great group to work for. I'd highly recommend people to give it a go. But I think it starts with your foundation, works your way up. You've got to get everything right from the start, and then it's all smooth sailing. You stuff it up from the start, you can have some issues. But look, you got to start somewhere at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, exactly. And what was any favourite Action shed project you've done, or?
The most recent one comes to mind would be down at Simpson. Which one's Adam Powers?
Yep.
I didn't realise the repercussions sort of thing, or how much a shed can mean to someone. So you just sort of get in the habit of putting sheds up week in all the time. But to see the video afterwards of how much it actually does mean to someone, it's absolutely huge. You get goosebumps thinking about, like, we finished that shed and it's a great looking shed, but to actually see the afterwards of how much actually means to someone, it's huge, and you don't realise that.
No, it was a good story, and just talking to Adam and his wife there and getting their story, and that's what impressed me. The big point there was about the mental factor. That fascinated me was, and it's, how they care for their animals and the stress when they knew they were out in the cold and wet, whereas this barn has just relieved that. mental pressure. So it was a really good story.
Yeah. I've never looked at that side of the sheds. I always look at the whole, well, are they making money, or, you know, for the hay to keep it out of the cover, or machinery sheds or whatever, or shearing as well. But to hear Adam's story, it really hit home. So,
and it's what, just out of interest, is what I constantly try and think. You know, this is their livelihoods that we're building for, and it's about, we've sort of got that bit of a slogan at the moment, and some of our ads about protecting your livelihood.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, it's a shed, but it's about what the shed's for, you know. And yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Tristan. That's awesome.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.